something, oh. My life is a testimony, oh. You has done me something, oh.
No more guarantors for student loan. Your government cares about your education, and we don't want you to ever have to worry about going to university. The Students Loan Bureau has a loan for you, so you can focus on your future. A time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
6 o'clock.
The Phantom of the Studio strikes again.
When I hear that song, I was eating with my cheesies and that cheesies. Do you know what cheesies are?
That cheese. There was a cheese.
Cheesies. Yeah, cheesies.
With that song?
Yeah. If my memory serves me correctly. But cheesies comes to my brain.
I was sitting in the corner.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, I gotta tell you. So from students.
Ads work, you know?
Yeah, ads do work.
Ads work.
All right, so like you remember something called Reunity? Like it was like a little. What we call champagne, but obviously it's not champagne.
Yeah.
But Reunity.
Yes.
Yeah. Reunity, yes.
Yeah.
And also, there was one Highgate chocolate ad.
Yes.
The Highgate chocolate ad, and there was a Cadbury ad.
Yes,
the Cadbury chocolate. Yeah.
You know what? One of the quintessential ads of the 90s, like the cable and wireless ad.
Yeah, how it go?
Can't you see we're the one love generation?
Oh, yeah, okay.
In this age of opportunity, you could be anything you wanna be. You got to have determination. It was just a feel-good ad.
Yeah. You have some ads that, are like, it encapsulates
Air
your
Jamaica
time.
ad. There was an Air Jamaica ad.
Soaring to new heights. I gotta tell you, Air Jamaica,
like
them time there, when you're on the plane and they'll ask you like fish or chicken? You get hot food. Listen to what I'm telling you. No. Peanuts or pretzel. See, but to Caribbean Airlines, to their credit, you get real food. Same way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so hi Caribbean Airlines.
Big up Caribbean Airlines, because I know Caribbean belly.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. But when you're up on the plane and you get a warm food there,
especially a long flight or early flight, the little roll.
The bread,
the roll,
right? And you get all the butter with it,
and the butter just melts.
And they're asking you, do you want pineapple juice, apple juice, or soda? Let me tell you.
Them time the champagne flights is what Butch Stewart used to call it.
Butch Stewart
champagne flights.
Dennis, them time that the air hostess them glide.
Yes, them no walk.
They glide. Darling.
Hold on now. And when you talk to the average girl in our high school, what do you want? I want to be a flight attendant. It's time for headlines, and week after week, we're giving you teak after teak. Good morning.
Dennis.
Teak after teak after teak.
You don't say never walk with a pump as my pump. I cannot with you,
How are you?
I just can't.
Somebody asked me if we practice, like if he tells me the names he's about to call.
No, I don't
definitely not.
A lot of times.
I don't think Dennis knows.
Thank you. I'm going to put my neck on the block to say Dennis doesn't even know until he knows.
No.
You know what I mean?
So yesterday marked the start of the new school year across the island. Schools, even those damaged by Hurricane Beryl, have reopened as best they can, ready for a semester of learning. The first 100 of the 300 new CNG buses for the JUTC's fleet has arrived and are now in rotation.
Nice.
Purchased without loan by the government of Jamaica, the buses are to be rolled out in a 3-phase procurement plan and is aimed at reducing commuter wait times while saving Jamaican taxpayers over $2 billion annually.
Nice.
The new buses are equipped with modern amenities, including cameras, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, geo-tracking, and accessibility features for commuters with disabilities.
Nice.
The Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, made a surprise stop in Halfway Tree Transportation Centre to take a ride on one of the newly imported compressed natural gas CNG buses.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it. I love this for our citizens. Love this for our students, getting to school hassle-free, getting to school safely, and not have to be in those vehicles that have no regard for human life. And I'm just very happy. I also saw, Dennis, where some buses were added to the route in Waterford, over there in Portmore, you know, and the people were so happy. And this is a kind of, or these are kinds of advancements that I like, you know what I mean? Because also then, if it is that we have a proper bus system, it is possible that we could park our cars and take the bus. Less stress, less traffic, less gas emission, you know what I mean? A better environment. So for me, it augurs well when we have a good system, and parents can know that your child is on the bus and your child all right. They're not gonna reach a school and crush up like crush Callaloo, people stepping on them and all of that stuff. So I really think
you walk
it's
your
good.
kids to the bus stop, you bid them farewell, and you know that they're safe.
Yeah, I like that.
What I'm urging, take care of the things, not because it's not your own.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
We want to go through some basic introduction words, right? Like greetings, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So, or for example, so I'm going to write, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
All right. So, in Russian, there's two ways, because you have formal and informal, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're familiar with a person, like very familiar, you'd say, Привет.
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 Yeah,
That's
привет.
good. That's really good.
Привет.
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 All right, but if it's, for example, now I'm the guest, you guys are the hosts, I need to be respectful, so I say Здравствуйте. Right?
If you have false teeth, you understand?
So, one thing you guys need to remember as well, Zdras is spelled Здравствуйте, but Russians... Yeah.
Здравствуйте.
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 Yeah.
That's gonna flick up my feeling.
Здравствуйте.
All I know is dust.
How do you spell it?
Spell it for us, please.
In English,
All right,
phonetically.
Phonetically, okay. So
Yeah.
let me go ahead and write it right here. I must say my penmanship isn't very good, but...
It's okay.
It's all right.
My language is not very good.
Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте.
Oh my God.
But Casey can't speak
I'm
Russian.
told you,
Здравствуйте.
can you send it to me, honey? I need to know now. Oh.
Osmosis. Здравствуйте.
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 Yeah, so...
All right.
So this is how it would be written.
So that is like the formal.
This is the formal one.
Hello.
Right.
This is the formal hello.
Okay.
So,
Привет.
I'm Привет now.
Is
so
it informal?
It's the
Привет.
informal one. So this is Привет.
Oh my God.
I like it. I like it.
Interesting.
All right, so I'm gonna write.
Mr.
I'm gonna put beside them how it would look in the Russian language. So basically the Cyrillic alphabet, right?
The whose alphabet, sir?
Cyrillic.
Oh, very well.
Yes.
Cyrillic.
Okay, all right.
All right.
God bless English.
Здравствуйте.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let me just tell you that my background is coaching, training and development, right?
Okay.
And I also have headed up our first ICT for the NGO. So I'm accustomed to technology and education, sort of ed tech. And so I wanted to find a way to bring my expertise into helping to solve the problems that we're having, right? So I also worked with the Heart Trust NTA for several years, and during my experience there designing and developing programs for at-risk youth. I realized that there are two areas that they're really weak in. One was literacy and numeracy, and the other is personal development.
Right.
So I said, well, how can I bring out that together? So the app is really a sort of amalgamation of my experiences and my skill sets to help bring to bear on the issues that I saw in the classroom and youngsters coming into training and development from the school system. So it's a learning system. It has a back end with a learning management system, so teachers can monitor the students and see how well they're doing. And the app is downloadable on the phone. And it has a leaderboard, so they earn tokens as they go through the 3 modules. So it has 3 modules. Owner can win. Is the first module, so it's teaching about self.
Yes.
You know, a lot of kids don't really understand themselves, and helping to empower them through developing self-esteem and self-confidence. The second module is going for gold. So it's all about, you know, setting goals, your values, and so forth. And the third module is One Love, One Heart. And that is about, you know, relating to other people, relating to your community, and giving back. So you mentioned, you know, mindfulness. So mindfulness is scientifically proven to help calm the nervous system, to help you manage yourself.
Once a temporary exhibit for a world fair, this towering iron structure has become an emblem of romance. So you will go first, but emblem of romance and architectural innovation. It stands proudly over the City of Lights, offering breathtaking views and iconic photo opportunities. Dennis, where is this landmark located?
In the beautiful city of Paris, in the 7e arrondissement.
Okay, Paris, France, and of course that was the
Eiffel
Tower.
Yes,
That is correct.
Tour de Eiffel.
Okay.
Tour de Eiffel.
We've gotten off to a good start. Let's go again. Let's see what it is.
Champs-Élysées.
Ready again. A gift from France to celebrate. Who did go first?
Me.
Okay, so Dennis, you'll answer.
Really,
this.
Dennis?
You know, so
Really,
sorry, from
you know.
Yeah, I get
A gift from France to celebrate freedom. This colossal statue
New York.
stands tall
Sorry.
on an island in the harbor of a bustling metropolis. It symbolizes hope and liberty for millions of immigrants arriving by sea. What is this renowned symbol of freedom called?
The Statue of Liberty.
In
New York.
All right.
Jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. Mifitolia. Mad. Sorry.
Are we ready, students? Hey, you know, in the back to school season, we're not bad students, you know. Are we ready? Focus.
Sorry.
This historic mansion is renowned for its eerie legends and ghost stories. Once home to, Dennis will answer, once home to a notorious woman who was rumored to have committed dark deeds within its halls. Which house is this?
Rose Hall. Great House.
The Rose Hall Great House.
In Montego Bay.
You know what? You're just too good for this. You know. Ready again.
The boy them start it and them a run if you want on.
John Mark.
Celine, where you going? We can't say we're a friend now. Celine. We have to take on the road.
Yeah, man, we have to take on the same way. All right, Lord, thank you so much for this day.
Me, I do the work. Yeah. And the people them accept it. Clarendon, Mandeville. But now we get to go into the inner city of Kingston.
I can't wait to learn more as we go across Jamaica into different churches to understand what they do.
I'm really excited about it. I'm glad that you are actually looking at our books and being here with it because, listen, I said before, we innovate like there's no tomorrow. We want to put all in one, something that is all in one that students are able to study on their own.
Yeah.
You know, because especially when it comes on to teachers leaving, you know, and the way in which we're teaching needs to be evolved. You know, people need things to be hands-on. And when you come on to even having a notebook that, I said before, a super notebook, one of its kind, only one in the Caribbean.
Wow.
You know, and to actually have a book that is distributed by White Rain Publishing, you know, a company that is big on STEM.
Yes.
You know, and
well, for those who may not know, though, what is STEM?
All right. Well, STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. It's about enabling individuals to be creative, analytical thinkers. You know, that's problem-solving skill that needs to be developed. It's very important. You know, and as a matter of fact, even in Kumafong, who invented the book, he had challenges with studying, and he said, listen, I need to have a book that has everything in one. Because you know what, when you're doing school, you do one in one book, you lose that book, you need to find the syllabus, you need to find the notes, the graph paper, everything is scattered. But when you want to study, it's either a borrow for your friend, or you try to find it and just
or
try
your
and
resources are in all different places.
Exactly.
One of the things I love about the book is that it quite well operationalizes some of the theory that the teachers would have. So for instance, because it's one thing to want to take the notes or want to acquire the knowledge, but it's another thing to actually give me the resources to do it well. You know, I was never the best student, but like you'd see some other students with their cue cards and their notes, and I said, if I could have do that, maybe I can put it together like them. You know, I could have a better experience and also a very durable book. Take us through some of the design of the physical product. Is that from a White Rain perspective, or is that from a Series Labs perspective, or joint? How do we get to the point of having it that we can operationalize our goals of improving STEM?
It was a joint effort between White Rain and Series in putting the book together. Several back and forth until we came up with the final product that we believe in. And then send it to our marketing team, who then do the designs and sending it to the market.
Yes, I mean, I'm very, very excited. It's my second Olympiad, so I'm very excited to apply the knowledge that I learned from the first one, transitioning into the second one. For my first one, I was very nervous, but this time I'm much more relaxed.
Much more relaxed. And this for you, Ariel, is going to be your first experience, a debutante, right? Talk to us about how are you feeling? How excited are you about representing your country?
I'm very excited to be representing my country again. The first time at Olympiad, I've represented before. But I feel a little bit nervous, you know, the whole country's going to be watching me, but I'm really excited to make my country proud. Very
Absolutely
excited.
Amazing. Who are some of your female chess inspiration or motivation?
One would be Tatev Abrahamian. We would have met her earlier this year. I feel she's a very down-to-earth chess player, and I really love the style of chess that she plays as well.
All right. Gabrielle, what do you think makes an excellent female chess player?
I think knowing how to hold your own, knowing that you can just be as good as the boys if you take it very seriously and you really have your drive and your passion.
Amazing. Well, I am Shane Matthews is here, a long-time original Gargan in the chess world, you know, right? Shane, going to, you know, Budapest this year, the females, the women are going to be standing out as they did in Chennai. Talk to us about the preparation that goes into getting these ladies ready to represent Jamaica.
Okay, so we have been doing intense training for the past couple of, I would say about 2 months.
Yes.
And we train twice per week. week. And we have stepped that up a little bit because we are now getting also assistance from additional training with the help of FIDE, that's the World Chess Federation.
Right.
And so the girls are being exposed to a Ukrainian grandmaster coach.
Wow.
So preparation is key, and we are getting there. And the team that we're going to be sending up is going to do exceptionally well. That's my expectation. We have certainly improved a lot over the past 2 years.
Yes.
And we nearly topped the category 2 years ago. So we have big expectations.
And how many ladies are we fielding this year?
We will be sending 5. It's 4 boards and 1 reserve. It's a grueling tournament, it's 11 rounds. So we do have to have a reserve player. And yeah. We expect to do well.
Nice.
You know, I'm curious as to, for instance, they mentioned the style of tennis that they admire in someone else. What style of tennis are these ladies?
Chess.
Tennis.
Yeah.
Chess. What style of chess are these ladies playing now?
Yes.
Well, it's a variety. Some players may do best in a defensive style. Some players do well in attacking. For example, Gabriel, who represented recently at the CACs, which was held in El Salvador, she had some very brilliant attacking games. She even beat the Cuban top seed in that event.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVM TV. No more fear of missing out. CVM TV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVM TV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVM TV News to see it happen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you mentioned the process that goes into building the games, the coding, the characters, the music. How long would you say does it take to really have all that done, that whole process? Does it take a few weeks? Does it take a few months? Does it depend on the game? What really goes into that?
Oh, that's a great question. So it really depends on the game that you're making. I mean, it has taken us maybe the shortest game we've made. We made a game for a client, a client at the bank for an expo. Anybody knows Subway Surfer, right? So we made a game similar to Subway Surfer. It was called Scotia Protector, and we had to create this character, and he had to be dressed in the clothes, the brand, everything. It took us about 3 days and nights, so we slept over for that one because the time was short. It took us about 3 days to make that, but then that was just because it was pretty basic, slide, dodge, that kind of thing, avoid obstacles, and you had to kind of earn money along the way. But it really depends on how complex the game is or the size of the project. It can take weeks. Some studios, it takes years, and they even miss the deadlines for years because of bugs, right? So, but for us, I would say between 3 days to a couple of weeks for the types of games that we make. Go ahead, Israel.
You mentioned about how some companies miss the deadline in years because of problems and bugs. What happens to a game if you find a problem or a virus in it?
Okay, so that's a good question. Well, we don't find viruses in the games. We generally just find bugs, and that's usually coding errors. And sometimes that happens because of fatigue. So if we realize that we're like 8, 10, 12 hours in coding, and we can't fix the problem, we generally just take a break, maybe sleep, maybe play some games, and then we go back and try to figure it out. We generally always get it right, but sometimes it just requires us to rest a little and take a break, Sometimes you have to give your body a break, you have to give your mind some rest, and then the problem, you'll be able to figure out the problem.
I was wondering how many games over the whole time that you've been doing this business, how many in total, if you're able to give me an estimate or a specific number, games you guys have created?
Oh, sure. I would say we've probably done about 12 to 15 applications, and this we don't just make games just for entertainment purposes. We also do gamification. So gamification, I'm not sure if you guys know what gamification is, but it's basically blending or using video game techniques to bring across or to achieve a certain goal, whether it's in education or whether it's for a business. So one recent example is that we did a project with Denham Town, and we created a gamified map of Denham Town that we used Unity, a video game engine, to create that map, and you will be able to interact with it and talk to the characters, etc. So it just depends. But about 12 to 15 projects we've done so far.
Lovely, awesome sauce. And very good question, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Yeah. Love it. But sir, may I just ask you, we're talking about coding, and I'm sure the parents at home are looking at it and probably they're very interested. And when I hear billions of dollars that can be made, you piqued my interest.
Yes.
What subjects would somebody need to get into coding?
Well, it requires a lot of critical thinking and problem solving.
Yes.
So mathematics is very important. You know, it's all algorithms, and there's a lot of problem solving, coding, typing, that kind of thing. So I would say mathematics is very important. Also a good command of the English language, because you have to be able to learn the programming language itself.
Yes.
And then science subjects are important. But a very important part of video game development is creativity.
Yeah.
So exploring the artistic side of life is important. Just being in the creative spaces, music is important as well. So anything in the creative arts as well as critical subjects.
All right,
Awesome.
Good job, lovely.
You know what I always tell people? Look here. If you want to just develop your child's ability to reason and solve problems generally, expose them to coding. Because it's about problem solving.
Right.
It's about strategy. So it's a good...
Right, and it's for boys and girls. So just let that be clear.
Yes,
like if you're good at chess, you could be very good at coding.
Go, Gabrielle. See that? Anybody plays chess here? You play chess? Who plays chess? Oh, that's great.
Look at that, see?
Lovely. All right.
Strategy.
You enjoyed that? You learned something today? Lovely. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. And thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us all here today. Lots of thanks to everybody, to all of you. And yeah, it's time for us to code on up out of here. Paka. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is time to leave.
The scene, okay? It is time to go now.
It is time to go. Do Spidania.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we're learning.
Russian. Hey, the Russian nice, you know.
Yeah, it's about